Hey, Shalom. First off, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the pastors and elders of Great Millstone. A peace and salutation to the elect. Now, this is going to be a short video, but I came across a cartoon that was came up. It was in the late, early 90s or whatever. It was a cartoon. A lot of cartoons came out around that time. I was a kid, like a teenager or whatever. But it art imitates life, and the cartoon in the comic book is called Captain Confederacy, and it shows you how Esau puts the truth in. In order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth. But Esau puts the truth in his artwork and his so-called entertainment that he run. And hey, the comic book is right on point. And it's not an attempt to bash the so-called black woman, you know, but it has to be done. The truth has to be told because it's these women are getting out of hand, and we do got some women that's going to be saved, but you're going to be saved through the man, and you have to learn your place because in America, it's it's all lies. It's taught. It's America has taught our women to be a bunch of degenerates and to go totally against the so-called Israelite man. I must speak for all the tribes, from Judah all the way down to Issachar. The northern tribe and the southern tribe, the Negro tribe and the Latino tribe, so-called. So the Most High is gonna straighten us out. But we're just the forecasters. We're the prophets. We warning you people, you know, that the end is near and get out of your ways. And this system of thing is crazy. But this is just an example of how the truth is the truth. The so-called black woman is our enemy, and not all, but the majority. Because we do got some sisters that's on our side. So I'm not talking about you sisters. You know, you sisters are trying your best. Trying your best to maintain a house and uplift your man and have your man's back. That's your job. That is your job, to stand by your man. So I applaud you, sisters, that's trying, doing your best in this world, because this world can easily swallow you up in this feminist way of thinking. So I give you sisters props, man, and keep up the good work. But on another note, on the other side, these women that want to be feminists and I don't need no man, you know, it shows in the. Well, I'm gonna just play the clip and I'm gonna bring out the scripture, and that'll be the nail in the coffin. Here we go.
The Captain will become just as popular. John Graham reports on this different type of comic book character.
To the casual observer, Vince Stone is a mild-mannered graphic artist. But behind closed doors, he becomes comic book man. Vince is the artist behind Captain Confederacy, a superheroine who lives in a world where the South seceded from the Union without a civil war. She's black and pregnant, making politics a big issue in her adventures. The comic book really isn't aimed at little kids, but Vince says that
You can't make this up. She's black and she's you can't make this up. All right, brothers.
there's still plenty of action.
I guess it's escapism somewhat. You get a chance to do things you wouldn't normally be able to do, live through your characters kind of, relieve yourself from the mundane life we all lead. And also it's just a lot of fun.
Working in a print shop does have its advantages. While Vince was waiting for the Captain Confederacy project to come through, he printed up his own comic book on the printing presses here. Vince gets the scripts for the comic book from Will Shetterly, a writer in Minneapolis. He then draws the story in black and white. Color is added back in Minneapolis using a new computer process. In issue 4, Vince literally throws himself into his work. Vince hopes more adults will realize the potential in the comic book form.
There's still room for children, of course, but I think, the adults also want something. It's a lot cheaper to produce than a movie would or a television show. You can put all kinds of special effects in there at minimal cost. The audience is growing, I hope.
Captain Confederacy is only scheduled to run 4 issues, but Vince is hopeful Captain Confederacy will rise again. In Evansville, John Graham, Newswatch 14.
And a quick look at our breakfast forecast.
No Captain Crunch.
All right, that's the end of the clip. But I believe that was well, you just heard it was a comic book back in the early what was it, 2000 Salaki, the early 90s. And it depicts on how to show you how Esau put that in there. Hold on, let me go to the screen and pull it up. Yeah, there you have it. They got a so-called black woman in the Edomite, Esau, and got you black women as the sidekick. So they know what's going on. They know that the so-called black woman is on Esau's side, And it's just funny to me how, the saying, art imitates life. But let's get these scriptures because that's the point. Look at this. I just had the Salaki brothers. Okay, we're going to get Micah chapter 7, and we're going to go to 10. And this is just in this system of things, because in the kingdom, we're going to love our women, the so-called black women. She's going to love us, and it's going to be over. She's not going to be the enemy anymore. But it's set up like that because of our punishment, So the Lord made, enmity between us, It says, I'm going to go at verse 10. It's Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. So the scripture says that our women are our enemies, And a lot of them don't even realize it. A lot of them know it because they have that hate. It's that hate in Deuteronomy's that they that's part of the curses. It goes back to the curses. Let's get it while we're here, and we can finish it off right there, because I want to make an example, show you an example of how the curses Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe and do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And one of the curses were, and this is one of the curses because we were consumed with the curses. One of the curses where our woman was gonna have hate for us, and you know, I could go to and this one of them I can go to 30, verse 30 of Deuteronomy, the 28th. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and you know what betroth, right, means? To set up, to to make plans. So you say, hey, I like this beautiful woman. And all of us brothers went through it. We never had, well, I believe one one of my girlfriends, she might have been a virgin. I'm not sure, but the majority of the women that we deal with are not virgins, because in this Babylonian system, they teach you to play the field. They teach the women to play the field and date as much as you can, then settle down with a beta male. Make go out and give your fruitage to a whole bunch of no good niggas, excuse my language, or no good fellas. Open your legs to all them guys, and then when you find somebody that's decent, you want to give him the leftovers, and that ain't right. That guy, is the hard working guy, that guy that deserves to have a fresh woman. Tyrone and Pookie and what they say, Rodney didn't have her before you had her, so you really ain't getting nothing special. You ain't getting nothing special because the other guys didn't have her. So that you walking down the street holding her hand, they just laughing at you. Look, I had her, now he wifing her. And women know that, man. So you women that's doing the right thing, just at least trying to do the right thing, you should be mad yourself. You should be, it's not your job to, prophesy or whatever, but on your side time, you should be pissed off at these women, telling these young women, raising your kids the right way. You should be mad because these other so-called black women are making a bad name for you and making the whole tribes look bad. Running around here, the latest thing you saw, Lizzo shaking her big behind, all on national TV for Esau. They was looking at that, yeah, go ahead, shake that. Looking at her in the sense of, go ahead, shake that, your Lord, and your mama, shake that big behind. They don't have no shame. Reading on, it says, thou shalt betroth a wife. You planning to marry this woman. Here it is. And another man shall lie with her. There we go. See? So the Lord knows what he's doing. Because he created everything. He set everything up. So these prophecies are on point. All the women that we dealt with had other men before us. If you ain't get a wife, and even if you did get her, it's going to be living in Babylon is going to be a chance of where so she's going to have sleep out on you. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not do. Well, we don't have to go on from there, but you get the point. And I was looking for another script, the other one. Whereas though, okay, is one more that I wanted to get. And this is why, and this, okay, I can bring this out because this is a lot, this prophecy dealing with a lot of black on black crime, a lot of Mexican on Mexican crime, so-called black and so-called Mexican, because you are the Israelites, you tribes. But what they would call it, so-called black on black crime, Puerto Rican on so-called Puerto Rican crime, Ephraim on Ephraim crime. Verse 54 of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. So that the man, now this is going a little bit off topic, but it's going to blend right in. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother. That explains the violence. And towards the wife of his bosom. You know, that explains, the violence. These niggas are treating the women bad. And towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And that's prophecy. What's the main thing in the black community? Oh, the men are not in the house. The men are not in the households. A lot of us being raised by single mothers. That's prophesied. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he hath nothing left in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Verse 56. Here we go. The topic. The tender and delicate woman among you, which will not adventure to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eye shall be evil towards her husband. You see that? You see that? Her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and towards her son and towards her daughter. Yep. So there we go. Prophesied, It's prophecy. That's all prophecy, But in the kingdom, the Lord's going to fix all that. The Lord is going to, we're not going to be spoiled anymore. The Lord is going to heal us, because that's why He's coming back, to heal us, But I hope this was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Till again, brothers, Shalom.